Hey friends and family, hey loved ones, hey fools. Yeah. So, just trying to work out some things today. Been feeling really uncomfortable, like sitting in this seemingly acidic stew, or just struggling in the cocoon to dissolve the rest of these, I want to say impurities, but it has a lot to do with the perfectionist and the false perfectionism programming in my ancestry and the shame-based identities that we have to be a certain way to be worthy, to be enough, to be trustworthy, to be lovable, to be good enough. And so these feelings keep emerging that are really uncomfortable. And it's fury. And it's sorrowful. And it's like, why can't you love me just the way that I am? It's like my inner child, my inner teenager. And the funny thing is I saw a little meme that said, done healing my inner child, now we're on to the teenager, and her highness, she requires a sword. It's just like, yeah, wanting to cut away things, or because I just remember how angry and how full of rage I was as a misunderstood, scapegoated, projected upon scapegoat, yeah. And reject, yeah. So looking into like hypersensitivity around rejection and like pathological sensitivity to rejection and those kinds of things. And it's kind of strange because in a way, like, I don't really have that when it comes to people who I don't have any energetic attachment to. But I definitely have noticed rejection sensitivity to those that I have been attached to, or that I'm meshed with, or I'm trauma bonded to, or otherwise tied to, bound to. Like certain members of my family, just feeling the weight of certain expectations, like my own and theirs, and just wanting to cut that away and be free and be unbound from some of those things that just aren't true and aren't needed and are unnecessary now. But, and then also probably feeling like I should be somewhere other than I am, or I should be something other than I am right now. So feeling, I guess, these heavy expectations that I have within myself about how my process should be and how I should be and what it should look like and how it should seem and how it should feel and where I should be at this point. But I know that's a lot of noise and silly, beliefs that aren't mine. But somehow I agree to them, and they're running in the back of my mind. And so just kind of feeling all these intense emotions circling around and circulating, like kind of emerging because they're unfrozen now. And wanting to be felt, acknowledged, allowed. So I don't know if I've fully allowed myself to like feel them without feeling like a secondary emotion like guilt or shame or irritation, like with myself, instead of just holding like the part of myself that feels that way, and letting it be fully felt and allowed. And accepted. And so some of the things that have come up for me is love allows all you are. Love allows all you are. So when I can accept myself as I am, I can be that love that allows who I am, who allows myself in my entirety. And I can be both unforgiving and forgiving at the same time. And I can choose to forgive those parts that are unforgiving, and I can choose to allow them to be unforgiving and to be where they're at, to be angry, and just to attend to my needs and my feelings, and getting more in tune and literate with paying attention to some of those aspects that I had ignored nor driven underground because they're inconvenient. Inconvenient for me or inconvenient for those I was with, for my caregivers that I also gave care to. I'm sometimes expected to deprioritize my own needs, feelings, beliefs, thoughts, imaginings, to reinforce and to support my family. And so there's some things that got crossed with being loyal and disloyalty. So looking at some of those things, and also some allies and some medicines have been coming up for me, some totems to work with and to help me integrate some of these things. So just continuing working with all the parts of the whole, all the aspects, all the archetypes, all parts of the soul, and to be embodied and ensouled, to welcome home all parts to my whole self and unify them as part of the one, the greater whole, within myself. I don't need to harmonize or unify with anyone else per se, but I do, and I am required to do that within myself and for me, for all of me. That's what unity is, and the sacred union that happens is that one that happens within. And that, needs to happen first before there could be true union with another. And sometimes we can have those moments in those meetings of the heart where we are unified and we are merged as one. When we are in that heart space, and one with ourselves, allowing, accepting of the love that we are, with the love, through the love, in the love that we are. And so instead of requiring perfection of myself, because there is no such thing, and that is bondage, but if we do believe that is something that we can achieve, it keeps us bound to stagnation and to something that's a false, constructed self, the false identity. And so just trying to, choosing to allow and remember just to be here now with what is, to allow myself, all I need for my true well-being and my whole self that wants to be free and wants to be unified and wants to be loved, included, allowed to be. I'm just feeling this fury come up too, like furious, enraged, just cries. My cries for help that fell on deaf ears and blind eyes and closed hearts and big heads that were too full to allow anything else. So yeah, some of that is showing me like a mirror for myself, like what was modeled to me and what I inherited and absorbed, or something that was implanted or imprinted on me. Seeing some of the programs still running and where the wound still gets activated and triggered and hooked and baited. And one of the things that I've been realizing or feeling today was, oh man, I feel so full. I feel full, like a sponge, like it's really waterlogged. And that just need to cut through some of the noise and the clutter to be with the essential or the essence or the core of what's really true, and be with that. Kind of simplify and go back to basics and basic structure, and go back to return to the basics and to the simple. Not have to complicate anything and just kind of let some of the definitions and the descriptions and the hows and the whys and all of that go for now. And so just because it's really, it feels like I'm being scattered in all directions or being pulled in all directions, and my energy feels a little scattered, but I just get to bring it back to here and now and myself. So what can I share? What wants to be said here for this Scorpio full moon? It's a huge transformational space. So we're trying to make clear in the space. So there is this space to just be in and to move through. Just to be here without having to justify anything or prove anything, or to myself or to others. So some of the totems that I've been working with for the last couple months too, and some new ones. Really, like, they come in and out all the time, and I love them so much. I love animals and the spiritual qualities and all the things that they can teach us, the wisdom that they carry. With the wisdom, through the wisdom of the whole. Doing my best to use my own discernment and to respond.